there. Fancy seeing you here. Welcome back to my channel. I am sweating already and this is a mesh top. Before I get started with today's look, it is time for real talk with Z. I know that I said that I was going to be posting more often, and then I did for a while and then suddenly stopped. The reason for that is October burnout. Doing all of those looks in October was not planned. It was something where once we were already in, I think, into the first week of October, I decided, you know what I want to do the most. So I sat down with my calendar, sat down with my list of characters that I wanted to do, and basically just started jotting things into my calendar. I was doing a new look every second day. I was editing every single day, doing face charts at 11 o'clock at night. It was wild. Many of you noticed that I didn't actually post anything on Halloween. I did like this whole build up to Halloween and then didn't really post anything after that. And the reason for that is because I entered the Ratchet Halloween competition. If you don't want any spoilers for the Ratchet show, I suggest that you skip ahead to this timestamp. I'll give you a minute. Are they gone? Are you gone? Okay. So the character that I created was this one. And let me tell you, it was tough. I got to the episode that had this scene in it, and as soon as I saw this scene, my special effects brain just went, and I knew I had to do it. I didn't know how or when or where. I just knew it had to be done. And the problem with that as well is that I found out about the Ratchet competition like 3 weeks after it started and a week before the due date. So it was quite stressful. I spent a day or two just deliberating and debating with myself whether I should enter it, whether I should just leave it. And eventually a few people talked me into it and told me that I would regret it if I didn't enter. And they were 100% correct. I would have been so sad. I created 2 prosthetics. I created this look twice. This is attempt number 1 and this is my final attempt. I put my heart and soul into this look, and I knew that doing so would mean that my Halloween uploading onto YouTube would suffer. And I kind of don't regret it. Even though I didn't place in the competition, I still created this amazing special effects look. It is the most intense special effects look I've created thus far. I am super proud of it. Crazy proud of it. So once I was done with this crazy October schedule and this insane special effects project that I took on, I decided to take on a week-long break. And that break turned into more than just a week. And part of it, I think, is, to be honest, I'm going to be completely out in the open with you here. I think part of that is due to the competition. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting here going, my look was amazing, I should have placed. Definitely not. You know, like from the start, I was looking at all of the entries just going, wow, so many amazing, cool creations, and the creativity and the artistry of those people was, it made my heart sing. I honestly took this opportunity to create a character that I probably wouldn't have done in any other situation. I would have probably just seen him and gone, wow. And this time I actually had the opportunity to create something, and it was incredible. I often shy away from doing special effects looks purely because it takes so much time and it's so much effort, and it takes a lot of product as well. So for me, this was genuinely an opportunity to just do some special effects, like have a reason to do special effects and create something so cool. But in the same breath, it was a lot of work. It took a lot of time. Getting that latex off hurt. All over, like especially here, this region. It was an experience. Like
that's the sound. That's the sound we want. No, that's the sound we want.
Yeah. So I think that's partly why it took me so long to come back to YouTube as well. Just because I had put so much of myself into this creation that I needed time to bring myself back into myself, if that makes sense. That makes no sense, I'm sorry. I basically just needed time to breathe and let myself bask in that creation that I made. So without further ado, So without further ado, today's look is going to be Anne Hathaway's look from The Witches, with the big smile and the funky eyebrows and the bald head. So first things first, time to turn myself into an egg. I have shown how I do my bald caps in my zombie Batgirl video, which I will link right over here. I'm now going to apply foundation over my face and my head, and I'm going to use a darker shade of my foundation over the bald cap, just because the bald cap is a lighter color to my skin, obviously, and if I apply the same shade of foundation, it's just going to look odd. So I'm going to add a darker shade onto the bald cap, my normal shade onto my face, and then just blend it all together. Oh, that's a whole look. I'm now just gonna put a little bit of concealer just under my eyes and around my nose. I'm now just going to powder where I put the concealer because I do have dry skin, so only where I put the concealer, and I'm going to leave everything else powder free. Okay, I'm now going to fill in my eyebrows, and looking at the reference image, I see that she doesn't have much of an arch. It's sort of more rounded, and then the tail pieces sort of curl up just a smidge, and then there's a piece that sparks up close to the arch over here. So I'm going to do that. Okay, next up I'm going to take this NYX Ultimate Eyeshadow Palette, and I'm going to take this purple and this sort of light pinky color, I guess, and I'm going to create the eyeshadow. I'm basically just going to put it all over my lid and blend it up into my crease. I'm now going to create quite a thick wing. I'm also going to put on some black eyeliner on my waterline and then do my mascara and my false lashes. Okay, to finish off my eyes, I'm now going to take a light brown contour shade, and I'm just going to put it just underneath my eyes here so that my under eyes look quite puffy. Okay, I'm now going to take that same contour shade and I'm going to contour my nose just a smidge. Her nose is a little bit thinner than mine here, and then it comes out more triangular. So I'm going to try and recreate that shape. And then I'm also going to take a little bit of black eyeshadow or black body paint, haven't really decided yet. And I'm just going to flare my nostrils out a little bit more. I'm now going to take a lip liner and I'm just going to map out the mouth. It's going to be quite huge. I'm going to start it just under my nose, so my top lip will be here-ish. then the teeth can come onto my top lip, the tongue area will be on my bottom lip, the bottom teeth and the bottom lip will be just above my chin. Okay, now that everything is filled in, I'm going to go in with white body paint and fill in all the teeth. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of brown eyeshadow and just shade all of the teeth. I'm now going to take a berry red type of lipstick and I'm going to fill in my bottom lip and my top lip. The very bottom here and the very top is where her human normal lips are, so they're going to be the most full, and then it's sort of just going to trail off towards the corners. I look like I have the world's weirdest goatee. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a light pink body paint and I'm just going to fill in the gum area. And then with some pink, like a darker pink eyeshadow, I'm going to do the shading around the gums, just really shading underneath the top lip and around the teeth. Okay, so I'm not going to do the gums. I'm apparently going to do the tongue now. So I just filled it in with pink, and then I'm going to take a deep red and black eyeshadow and I'm going to create the little fork in the middle, and I'm going to shade around the sides of the tongue and also underneath the teeth. Okay, now I'm going to do the gums. I am now going to fill in the rest of my mouth, all these blank spaces black. I'm now going to take a black eyeshadow and I'm just going to shade on the outer teeth here just to really make it look as though they are inside my mouth. And then I'm going to take a teeny tiny little brush and a bit of black eyeshadow and fill in between each tooth. I'm now going to darken up the lips a little bit. I think they're a little bit too red. Upon looking at the reference image, I realized that it's a little bit more of a deep purple. So I'm going to change the color of the lips, and then I'm going to create all the shading around the mouth to really make it look like it's a smile and that the skin is being pulled and stretched. Okay, and she is done. Thank you so much for watching and for sticking around even when I take 1 week breaks. If you're new here, feel free to hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. If you're not new here, thank you for coming back, I guess. And I'll see you next time.